Hi everybody, welcome again to Verbling.com, and my name is Lisa and I'm one of the English teachers here at Verbling.com, and I'm going to be teaching English this hour and also the next hour. So I'll be here for 2 hours. This will be a reading class for this hour, and then the next class will be a speaking class. So if you are interested in practicing your English right now on Verbling.com, you can join the class by clicking on the Join Class button up above the video that you're watching. If you're on the Verbling.com website, you're watching my video right now because this is the class that is available for this hour. So we have Chow and Graciela. How are you guys doing? Hi, Chow.
Hello, hello. Good, good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
Hi.
Good. Hi, Graciela.
Hi, how are you? I miss you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yesterday I
few
looked
days.
for you for
Yeah.
English course with you.
I know. I had a couple of days off. So yesterday I didn't have any classes. I only had one class on January 1st, but I didn't have any on let's see, did I? I can't remember.
But yesterday I go gym when you have class.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, welcome. And
Thank
did you have a good New Year's Eve, Graciela?
Yes, very good. I go church.
You went? Oh.
Yes, a long time my New Year I go to church for pray for God bless my ears.
So you go to church to pray and to welcome the new year and to have to good things happen to you for in the new year, we can say.
Yes, very good.
Okay, nice. And Chow, what happens in China when it's the new year, when it's New Year's Day here? Do you guys celebrate?
Sort of, but we have
Sort of.
we have New Year and Chinese New Year.
Right, yeah, and that's like usually what, February or something?
Yeah, February. It depends. It varies every
right.
the lunar calendar or something.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
In this New Year, we don't celebrate too much, but we'll celebrate sort of. But in the Chinese New Year, in the Chinese New Year, there was a big ceremony for everyone.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. My brother is married to a Chinese woman. She actually was born and raised in San Francisco, but her parents, maybe I've told you this before, they were from China, so they celebrate Chinese New Year. And my nephew, who's 10 now, he just had his birthday. He celebrates Chinese New Year too with them. In San Francisco, it's pretty big. So,
yeah, that's fun.
It's cool. Yeah. And hi, Diana. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Diana, where are you from?
I'm from Canada, but it's our first year here, and we're original from Israel.
Cool.
It was our first Christmas and first New Year here.
Were you born and you grew up in Israel, but now you live in Canada? Is that right? Diana? Whoops, I don't hear you, Diana. Maybe something was going on with your microphone. Okay, well, welcome to class, everybody. In this class, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I don't usually do this, so I'm always trying to mix it up a little bit. There's the link right there to the excerpt. So an excerpt is a little portion of a book. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to tell you what we're talking about here. we're going to be, there's this book, and I just heard about it, and I have not read it myself, but a lot of people who are in business, entrepreneurs, marketing people, things like that, really like it. I'm imagining people that created Verbling.com, maybe you know some of these guys, Michael and Gustav and stuff. I'm sure they have probably read this book. It's very popular with business people, young people trying to do startups and things like that. It's been a New York Times bestseller and in the United States and also in the United Kingdom. And here on their website, they allow you to download a PDF, so a document file that lets you read part of the book. And then there's also some videos that have to do with the book, and then there's all of these things that it talks about in the book, like productivity and hiring and damage control, evolution, all these different things which are relevant to people who are in the business world, but maybe also interesting to other people as well, even if you don't have your own business or you don't work in a entrepreneurial type of business. But here's a lot of not testament, reviews. Reviews from some pretty big names of people who've written other books, so other authors, other business people. And so I heard it mentioned on, I actually saw that another one of the Verbling teachers, Brett, he recommended it to somebody, I can't remember. And so I thought I would look at it.
That class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw it on a Facebook post. Did he talk about it in a class already?
Talk about it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. So the people who wrote this book, they are the people who created these different products here: Basecamp, High Rise, and Campfire. So these are some pretty big programs, applications that people all around the world use for different reasons, different ways to organize your projects, stay in touch with other people who are working in your same company, those types of things. So that's kind of the background. And what I thought we would do is read a little bit of this excerpt. So let me just say hi to some people who have been joining while I've been talking. Hi there, Nurel joined us. Hi, Nurel. Welcome back.
Thanks, Lisa. Thanks.
Yes, welcome. And Jose, how are you doing?
Hi, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm abseiling.
Good. Nice painting in the back on the wall there with the monkey hanging on the tree.
Yeah, I'm in the baby rooms.
Yeah, it's sweet. Where are you from, Jose?
I'm from Colombia.
Oh, Colombia. Nice. Welcome. Okay, and Graciela's back.
Yes.
Diana, is your microphone working?
I think it's working now. Can you hear me?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes. Great. So I just wanted to double check. Were you born and raised in Israel, but now you just moved to Canada? Is that what? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. Well, welcome to Canada. What part of Canada do you live in?
Yeah, in Manitoba. It's near the North Dakota of USA.
Okay.
On the border.
Wow. It's probably very cold right now, huh?
Yeah, it's very cold, special for us. We cannot use for this cold.
Oh man, not like Israel.
Yeah.
That's a big change for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend who grew up in North Dakota, and she said it was very cold in the winter.
Yeah, it's minus 33.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's hot for Diana because here 34 degrees. Oh, 34 frequency.
No, it's minus though, Graciela. So she's in like freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
Minus.
Yeah. No, I said here today very cold.
Oh, your place. Yeah. Graciela's living in Florida, so she's got nice warm weather there.
Yeah.
Maybe here now for Diana is sun.
Yeah, like summer. Yeah, totally.
But for me, very cold.
Well, you're used to Brazil.
You can come to Manitoba.
Yeah. Okay. I like the snow, but some places they seem scary cold.
Yeah, I like
really
snow, you know, when I'm inside and I'm looking through the window.
Yeah, that's a good place to be. Next to a fire or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, great. Well, welcome everybody. I gave you guys the link. I usually copy and paste things into a Google document, but they didn't let me do that, so that's fine. We can still look at it. It is a free download, so I gave you both of the links. One is to their website for the book, and then the other one is the PDF. So I'm looking at the PDF now, and we're going to read a little bit. Just see how far we're going to read. I want to read for about, I don't know, maybe 25 minutes or half an hour. I'll give everybody a chance to read. But then I also want to talk about it a little bit because I think some of the ideas are interesting. And then if you have an interest, you could always read more on your own. So let's start with this one that says workaholism. Workaholism. So Chow, since you're a little bit familiar with this book already, how would you describe workaholism?
Workaholism. Well,
Yeah.
Look at Chinese workers. They're
workaholics.
Yeah, they are. And you can see in the midnight there are some workers on the top of the building to construct some stuff, and they
Wow.
I was not amazed, but I was surprised that they are so workaholism, and I think they are under the pressure so that they will become the workaholism. But the other people, they are actively workaholism. They just choose this lifestyle, and that is something we can talk about and to analyze.
Yeah. So like Narelle also pointed out in the chat, so workaholism is just people working a lot, basically. So alcoholism is like when you drink a lot of alcohol, and workaholism is like you're kind of addicted to working, and you just work beyond what you actually need to do, like your job, more hours. Maybe you're supposed to work 8 hours a day, maybe you work 12 hours a day. Maybe if you work 40 hours a week, you might work 60 or 80 or 100 hours a week if you are a workaholic. So the term used for a person is workaholic. Okay, so the way I do this, for the people who are new, is I'll read a paragraph or two at a time. I'll just highlight it. I will read it, and when I read, you can listen to my pronunciation and how I say the words and the phrases. And then I will call on people to read the same part again, and this time we're going to listen to you read, and that will be a way for you to practice your pronunciation and your rhythm, and then I'll go over any words that might be new to people. Okay? So our culture celebrates the idea of the workaholic. This is an American company, so they're talking about us in the United States. I live in Washington State, so I am an American from the U.S. So our culture celebrates the idea of the workaholic. We hear about people burning the midnight oil. They pull all-nighters and sleep at the office. It's considered a badge of honor to kill yourself over a project. No amount of work is too much work. Not only is this workaholism unnecessary, it's stupid. Working more doesn't mean you care more or get more done. It just means you work more. Okay, Narelle, how about you read those first two paragraphs for us?
Okay.
Right there.
Workaholism. Our culture celebrates the idea of the workaholism. We hear about people burning the midnight oil. They pull all-nighter and sleep at the office. It's considered a badge of honor to kill yourself over a project. No amount of work is too much work. Not only is this workaholism unnecessary, it is stupid. Working more doesn't working more.
You see it? I'm gonna
Okay.
there.
Okay. Working more doesn't mean you care more or get more done. It just means you work more.
Right.
Workaholic. Okay.
Yeah, stop there so I can just go over a couple of things. So our culture celebrates so we think it's a good thing, you know, like, oh, he's a workaholic, and people think that's good. I think that's not as true as before. Some people are like, no, it's not good. But still, for a long time, people have thought that being a workaholic is a good thing because it means you do a lot of work, and it's good for business. And then they're saying we hear about people burning the midnight oil. That just means they stay up really late. They're burning the midnight oil. They pull all-nighters. So that means they stay up all night. They don't go to sleep. And then they sleep at the office. They don't even go home. And it's considered a badge of honor. So it's a badge of honor means you did something amazing. You know, you got an honor. You got a badge for doing something so honorable. And the thing that it's considered is if you did this, if you killed yourself over a project, meaning not literal, you didn't actually die, but you basically got wasted because you're so tired and so exhausted from working, you know, non-stop. You didn't go home. You didn't hardly eat. That's kind of like killing yourself over a project, working on it so much and doing nothing else but working on it. And the idea behind a workaholic is they think that no amount of work is too much work. Everything should always be work, work, work. And their opinion, so the author's opinion, is that this workaholism is unnecessary and it's stupid. It doesn't mean that you care more. So just because you worked 80 hours didn't mean that you cared more than another person in your business. It just means that you worked more. Okay? That's their opinion. Workaholics wind up creating more problems than they solve. First off, working like that just isn't sustainable over time. When the burnout crash comes, and it will, it'll hit that much harder. Workaholics miss the point, too. They try to fix problems by throwing sheer hours at them. They try to make up for intellectual laziness with brute force. This results in inelegant solutions. Okay, Jose.
Yeah.
When you start reading at Workaholics, right here.
Workaholics wind up creating more problems than they solve. Fear of working like that doesn't sustain over the time. When the burnout crash comes, and it will hit much harder.
And the next one, next paragraph.
Workaholics miss the point too. They try to fix problems by throwing 3 hours at them. They try to make up for intellectual laziness with brute force. This results in inelegant solutions.
Good. So they create more problems than they solve. So that's one of their reasons why they think it's stupid. So instead of coming up with a better way to work, they just work a lot. So that's what they say here. It's not sustainable over time. It doesn't mean it means sustainable means you can do it all the time, but working like that isn't sustainable. So it's not something you can do for a long period of time over many years. Eventually, you have the burnout crash. Like you just say, I quit. I can't do anymore. Or you have a nervous breakdown, or you start drinking, or something happens. It's just too much. And they miss the point. To miss the point means that you don't understand. Like they're trying to fix problems by, here we have a phrase, throwing sheer hours at them. Sheer hours means they just keep working more and more hours. Instead of trying to solve the problem or by thinking better, using their mind, they just keep working more and more hours. Sheer means just like a lot of hours. They just keep throwing a lot of hours at them rather than thinking. So they try to make up for this problem, their intellectual laziness. So instead of actually thinking better, they just use their brute force. That just means they like power through with their working ability instead of actually sitting and thinking a little bit like, how could I do this better? Why am I spending so much time working? So this results in inelegant solutions. So solutions that are not elegant. Inelegant means not elegant, not nice, not good. So they're of the opinion that instead of working just so many hours, brute force, you need to think better. You need to have better solutions. They even create crises. They don't look for ways to be more efficient because they actually like working overtime. They enjoy feeling like heroes. They create problems, often unwittingly, just so they can get off on working more. Workaholics make the people who don't stay late feel inadequate for merely working reasonable hours. That leads to guilt and poor morale all around. Plus, it leads to an ass-in-seat mentality. People stay late out of obligation, even if they aren't really being productive. Okay, those two paragraphs starting right there. Graciela? Graciela, you can read those two right there.
Okay. They even create craze. They don't look for ways to be more efficient because they actually like working overtime. They enjoy feeling like heroes. They create problems after winning.
Yeah, unwittingly.
Unwittingly, just so they can get off on working more. Continue?
Yes.
Workaholic make the people who don't stay late feel inadequate for merely working. Merely working has a neighbor.
Reasonable. Yeah.
Reasonable hours.
Good.
That continue. That lends the guilt and the poor moral all around it. Plus, it. One second. It lends to an as-in-city mentality. People stay late out of obligation, even if they aren't really being productive.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, good. All right, so they even create crises. So crises is, that's the plural for crisis. So they create problems, really. They don't look, so they're not looking for ways to do things better, to be more efficient, for example. That means you do things faster or better. They actually like working overtime. They like to work more. Actually here means like, in fact, they like to work overtime, so over past the regular amount of hours that other people are working. They say they enjoy feeling like heroes. They think they're better than other people because they're working so many hours. And they create, this word is unwittingly, so they create problems. It means without really knowing it. If you do something unwittingly, it means they don't even realize what is happening, but they're doing this just so they can get off. Get off means that they can enjoy, to get off on working more. If you get off on something, it means that you like it. So for some reason, they like to work more than other people. But there's these problems with it. They make people feel inadequate. So it means they don't feel good. They make other people feel like they're not good enough because they're working merely, like that means only, reasonable hours. So the regular 8 hours a day, for example. So they make those people feel kind of like guilty. And this leads to guilt. People feel bad, like, oh, maybe I should be working as hard as they're working. And this word is morale. It means how people feel. So if you're working in an office and, there are maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people who stay late and everybody else wants to go home after 8 hours, it can be bad for the morale. It means how people feel about other people in the office. If it's good, then people are happy, they're friendly, but if you have poor morale, people are grumpy and they don't like what's happening. Also, the one here, ass-in-seat mentality, means you keep your ass, or that's a kind of an informal, slangy term. Your bottom is a more friendly term, or your butt. That's a kid term. You basically just means you keep sitting down. You're always sitting down, even though you're not really doing anything because you're done with your job. But you're doing it out of obligation. You think you should. You think you're supposed to, even if you are not being productive. You don't really have more work to do, so it's kind of ridiculous. If all you do is work, you're unlikely to have sound judgments. Your values and decision-making wind up skewed. You stop being able to decide what's worth extra effort and what's not. And you wind up just plain tired. No one makes sharp decisions when tired. In the end, workaholics don't actually accomplish more than non-workaholics. They may claim to be perfectionists, but that just means that they're wasting time fixating on inconsequential details instead of moving on to the next task. Okay. Hold on, here is Jose. He had to go. Okay, his baby. Take care of the baby. Okay, Diana, you want to read those 2 paragraphs, please?
Okay. It's from if all
Yes.
you do is work.
Exactly.
If all you do is work, you are unlikely to have sound judgments. Your values and decision making wind up skewed. Skewed. You stop being able to decide what's worth extra effort and what's not, and you wind up just plain tired. No one makes sharp decisions when tired. In the end, workaholics don't actually accomplish more than non-workaholics. They may claim to be perfectionists, but they just means they're wasting time fixating on inconsequent.
Yeah. You just break it down a little bit. Inconsequential. Exactly. Good.
Okay. Consequential details instead of moving on to the next task.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Stop there.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just do a couple at a time. So if all you do is work, you're unlikely. That means it's not likely. You probably aren't going to have or to make sound judgments. In this case, the word sound means good, and we use it a lot with judgments. So if you make a sound judgment, it's a good decision, a good judgment. Your values and your decision making wind up. So wind up means end up, or they result in, or they are skewed. So skewed means like not balanced. They're not very good because usually you're like thinking to one side. So it's skewed to one side or to another. You stop being able to decide what's worth, like what you should do. Like, is this project really worth the extra effort or not? You get skewed. You don't understand what's important and what's not. You wind up. That's another use here. You wind up or you end up just plain tired. So these are what we call collocations. In English, it's a linguistic term. It just means there's like two words that we often use together. So sound judgments, that's an example of something, two words we use together, and plain tired is another one. So you end up just plain tired. I mean, just like, that's it. You're just tired. You're totally tired. And you can't make sharp decisions or good decisions. So that's another group of two words that we often use together. Sharp decisions, good decisions. And they're saying in the end, so after all of that, basically they don't even accomplish more. They don't finish more things. They don't get more done than non-workaholics, people who don't work so much. They may claim to be. That means they tell us. Oh, well, they tell us that they're perfectionists, that they like things to be perfect, but that just means they're wasting time. To waste time means to spend time not being very productive, and they're doing that by fixating on inconsequential details. Fixating means focusing. They're spending their time focusing on things that do not matter. A detail that is inconsequential is unimportant. It's not essential. So they're just kind of wasting their time. All right. Chow, sorry. Why don't you read this last one? It's short, and then we're going to talk about it before we move on. We'll see, and then we're going to say hi to Yuki too. Hi there, Yuki. You guys are writing to each other. Hello. So Chow's just going to finish off this one little paragraph here, and then I have some questions for you guys. Okay, go ahead, Chow.
Sure. Workaholics aren't heroes. They don't save the day, they just use it up. The real hero is already home because she figured out a faster way to get things done.
Okay. Yes, so they're not heroes. They are not these great, wonderful people who are saving the day, right? They don't save the day. They don't rescue people. They just use it up. They just spend their time. The real hero is already home because she figured out a faster way to get things done. So in business, an employee who can use their brains to figure things out, get things done more quickly, is the real hero, the person who is more valued, not the person who spends all night at the office and doesn't go home. So, okay, so now that we have an idea of workaholics, so that's their first little bit. Their next one is about meetings, which you can see they gave us the skull and the crossbones, which means it's poison. And we'll read that in a minute, but let's just talk about workaholism a little bit, just so we can ask. Let's see. Chow, you mentioned that in China, a lot of people seem to be workaholics. They work a lot. Do you think that's because it's very necessary? Like, are they going to get in trouble if they don't work that much, or do they just not want to go home, or what is your sense of it?
Well, I think the part of that is the pressure from them to afford the subsistence. Anyway, to feed themselves. If they don't work that much, they cannot earn enough to.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was wondering.
For their family or something. And another reason, I guess, they are just well, it is a downward spiral or a vicious circle, and they just immerse themselves in that style, and they can only derive some certain self-esteem from work, and they work hard, and some of them are professionalism. They want to fix every detail so that they can feel better. And I think some of them are also, they feel lost in the big city. The only way they can do is to work and to fulfill something. Maybe they don't know it by themselves, just blinded, and it is not healthy.
Yeah, in the book they talk. The first sentence here says, "Our culture celebrates the idea of the workaholic." Do you think that the Chinese culture celebrates that idea too? Is that is it seen as a good thing?
Yes, but well, it can be. There are some bar or some standard. If you beyond that, it will turn to a bad thing. But under the standard, it can be a good thing. But workaholic, it becomes a sort of too much.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me even of the article that I told you that we read one time in a class about the Chinese students who were studying for your entrance exam for the college. Then they were working from like 6 a.m. till 10 p.m., something like that.
Yeah.
That seems like too much. That's a lot.
I did the same thing at that time.
Yeah.
For a half of a year or a whole year, it paid off. But if you keep that for many years, that's too much.
Too much. Yeah, that will burn. You'll burn out. Yeah. Diana.
Yes.
Do you work?
I'm staying at home with 2 little kids. Yeah, I'm working.
So you're working all the time.
Yeah, even at night.
Yes. Moms know about workaholism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Israel, is this something that people think is a good thing? Like, do people do this? Do they work a lot, or do they have to go home after a certain amount of hours, or is it individual?
In Israel, people working a lot, and it's maybe because of it's they're under pressure too, but it's like this idea. It's many people think it's like need to be like that, and if you complain about your salary or upset, so like they said, so what do you want? Go and work overtime, and you will get more. So if you want to buy a house or apartment, you need to work, and if you have no money, I think you need to work like for 10 years just to get the first down payment.
Wow.
And like 10 years, I mean for overtimes.
Right, working a lot. Yeah. What is the normal work schedule in Israel? Is it like here in the United States? Full-time work is considered to be 40 hours per week. So usually you work 8 hours per day, 5 days per week, usually Monday through Friday. Is that the same in Israel, or how many hours is usual? Diana? No, I don't hear you. What happened? Okay, well, Diana, if you come back, I don't know what happened to the sound, but I'm not hearing you. Is anybody else hearing?
Maybe snow.
Maybe the snow. Yeah, the wires froze.
Yes.
Okay, Graciela. So tell me about Brazil and workaholism. Do people work a lot in Brazil, or what is it like in Brazil?
Depends job. Before I work with the party. I make a party when the celebrate. One sec. Party for business company. I before I am workaholic.
You were?
Before.
Yeah. Okay.
5 years ago.
Okay.
I wake up 8 o'clock. I work I wake up 6 o'clock. I go my job at 8. I finish my job 6 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
And I go university.
University?
And my university. I finish my university. I go another job.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yes, and weekends I go party for work. Before I work in ceremonial for wedding party.
For wedding parties, okay.
Wedding party. Yes, I know. Before I don't have time for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Too much work
for my family. Yes, but in Brazil, people normally work is 8 o'clock, start 8 o'clock, 8
a.m.
8 o'clock,
8 o'clock
a.m. Finish 6 o'clock.
Okay.
But have 2 hours for restart. Is restart?
For lunch?
Yes, for lunch. 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
2 hours. Yes, and Saturday work health. It starts 8 o'clock. Finish noon. No.
To noon?
How?
Yeah.
No,
to 12 p.m.
Yes, to noon p.m.
Yeah, that's noon. Yeah, just
Sunday don't work. Sunday don't work.
Wow.
1 year you have 1 month for vacation. In Brazil, pay 30 salary for Christmas, for New Year, for celebration.
Yeah.
And the government in Brazil is good now because people, when you have company, you need a signature for paper for people working in your company.
Yeah.
And you need to pay the government and need social security.
Social security. Yeah, that's social security.
But like different here in United States because this for you pensionat.
If you're retired.
Retired, yes. Yes. When you work 30 years in company or for government, you have retired.
Right. Yeah, you retire after that.
Yeah, but not like China, here United States. I think in Brazil people little lazy.
So now when you're living in the United States, do you work, how many hours a week do you work?
Here I start 8 o'clock, finish 6 o'clock. Like
Monday.
Brazil, like in Brazil.
But that's all, no more jobs, just one job.
Yes, one job.
Yeah, good.
I don't work Saturday and Monday.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, Diana, you're back. Is it working now? Okay, Nurel, we lost Nurel. She had a connection problem. Yuki, I don't know if you had time to check out the little. We're actually reading an excerpt from a book. The book is called.
Yes, I have read that. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So tell us about. You always get to give us two perspectives. Give us the Japanese perspective first. When you were in Japan, did you work a lot? Would you consider yourself a workaholic? Do people in Japan think that that's a good thing?
As a Japanese, I can say that many Japanese are fond of working overtime.
Okay.
They really like to work many times.
Yeah.
Many long time. I think it is not unusual. It is not rare for many Japanese to work 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours per day on the average. On the average. when I worked in Tokyo,
yeah,
you know, company, there was a big problem, overworking.
yes.
Was a big problem in many companies. So our companies also take it seriously. So company decided that every Wednesday is no overwork day.
Oh, so nobody could work
Nobody
overtime
shouldn't
on Wednesdays.
work overtime on Wednesday. So
Yes.
6 p.m. All light in the office was turned off.
Okay, they turned off the lights.
In order to not work, overtime for workers. But all the same, some Japanese worked in the dark after 6 hours.
They worked in the dark. That's
So
crazy.
even there is a workers who patrol inside office, finding workers who work overwork. So such a patrol person.
Yeah, like a security guard, maybe.
Yes. Not security guard. It is one of the workers. One of our workers patrolled. Had patrolled. Go around in the patrolled inside office in office.
Yeah. They would patrol it.
Not a security guard. It's just
somebody who worked there.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Patrolled in office and checked. No one is working overtime. But yes, so they took the torch and patrolled over in office. So such a situation. So I think what is written in this article, Japanese feels awkward and they take it how to say very how to say someone take it. Many Japanese workers have a responsibility. Have a feel of responsibility. So they often think that they have to work overtime.
Yeah, that they're obligated to do that.
So death from overwork is often a hot topic in Japan.
Okay. And then in Russia, what about in Russia? Do people work overtime a lot?
Russian people have complete opposite situation. Many Russian workers never work overtime. So when I worked in Japanese company in Moscow, 6 o'clock, in 6 p.m. All Russian workers have left. Only Japanese workers all Russian workers
went home.
Go away.
And
go
all the
away.
Japanese people stayed.
Only the Japanese people stayed.
Yeah.
So
I see. I see. So it's about
really,
cultural.
yes, I felt a cultural gap
Yeah.
between Japanese and Russians.
Okay. Diana, is your microphone working now? No. Okay, Chow. You're studying right now, and you are doing many things. Do you feel like you're a workaholic?
No.
No.
In the last year, I can somewhat because I took many courses at the same time. But now I feel more pleased of my situation now. I don't study too much now, and rather than comparing with my roommates, they are workaholic. I'm now relaxed for a few months. Maybe I do it for the next year. Cause next year I'll prepare the exam for the graduate degree or something. Then in that year I'll be so workaholic maybe. So for these few months and next month, the Chinese New Year, I'll relax to enjoy the time.
Yeah. Do you think that in China, like with the students, do they think, like for you, for example, when you think about working in the future, do you think about how much you will work? Like, do you think you'll work 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week? Do you think about that?
We always think how much money we can earn in the future.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't think the hours too much, but about the job itself and the salary is much more important.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. And would you say that it's true that the more hours you work, do you make more money?
No, I think
Or no?
it's just the other way around. The few hours you work, you make more.
You make more per hour.
I guess so, because the workaholism is not the cause for the achievement. It is just a result, because you work for 9 hours. It is just a result. It cannot say anything, but the time you spend on the task, but the efficiency or how many tasks you have done in this certain period is something make you success or something.
Right. Yeah. So every time when we have a conversation about workaholism, when we talk about the idea of having more balance in our lives, so Graciela?
Yes?
What do you do for yourself so that you're not working so much? So when you want to say, I'm taking a day for myself or I'm taking time for myself, what do you like to do?
I love go to the gym.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
Cool.
I stay 2 hours in Stay Master. For me,
wow.
Now, before I'm workaholic for another person for make money. But this now I am workaholic for myself. For my body.
For your body, working your body. Cool.
Because before I'm so fat. Remember I told you.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
Yes. Now I need skin. And I go gym every day.
Wow.
Every day for 2 hours for Stay Master. After my gym, I like go to shop.
Go shopping.
I love shop. Yes, I love shop.
Yeah.
I think I need to change my job for personal trainer.
Personal trainer. Oh yeah.
Yes. Or personal shop.
Or a personal shopper. You could be a professional shopper. You know?
Yes.
Maybe some of those FBI agents' wives, they need some professional shoppers to help them find good deals.
Yes.
Yeah, my mom, she likes to shop too, and she always said that would be fun to be somebody's professional shopper, you know. They have them, like celebrities and, you know, people who work a lot and make a lot of money. They don't have time for shopping, so.
Yes. No, I have lucky because when I go store, I look at something good for good price.
Yeah.
Last Saturday,
Yeah.
I go the store with my husband. I look fun in Best Buy for 400.
Yeah.
I go better Best Beyond. I look something fan for 200.
Wow, that's a big savings. That's good shopping.
Yes. Many times I have luck.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, what about you, Yuki? What do you do for yourself to make sure that you're not just working too much? What do you like to do?
I don't like work overtime. So
how many hours per week do you work?
Now I work. I am on my boss now. So not so many time I work now.
Yeah.
So it depends on the work schedule.
Yeah, yes, so it changes.
If I have to translate.
Yeah.
On the time.
Yeah.
So it would be quite busy. So maybe in such a time, maybe 20 hours, more than 20 hours, maybe in time I off work. But it completely depends on the schedule.
Sure. So sometimes you're busier.
It's difficult to say how many hours I work on the average. It is difficult to say.
Sure. Okay. Diana, I'm checking in with you again. Is your microphone working? Maybe you had to go somewhere. Okay. Ciao. How do you make sure that you're having fun and not just studying and working? What do you do for fun?
I'll skip my classes and go to my girlfriend's city. I did.
Yeah. How far away is her city? Like how many hours? How long does it take you to get there?
20 hours by train.
What? 20 hours?
Yes, by train.
You're gonna have to skip a whole week of classes to go there. Wow, that's far. I thought it was closer.
No.
Wow.
It's north and.
Yeah. How is she also studying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So she's in a different university?
Yeah.
You can't go to the same university?
Because we didn't fall in love at that time. If we know that, we'll choose the same university.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, I have the next hour is going to be conversation class. So if you want to join me there, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye for this class and end it. So thank you for coming, you guys. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Okay, I see you 10 o'clock.
Okay, good. See you in a minute. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
The business world, but maybe also interesting to other people as well, even if you don't have your own business or you don't work in a entrepreneurial type of business. But here's a lot of not testimony, reviews reviews from some pretty big names of people who've written other books, so other authors, other business people. And so I heard it mentioned on I actually saw that another one of the Verbling teachers, Brett, he recommended it to somebody, I can't remember. And so I thought I would look at it.
That class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw it on a Facebook post. Did he talk about it in a class already?
Talk about it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. So the people who wrote this book, they are the people who created these different products here: Basecamp, High Rise, and Campfire. So these are some pretty big programs, applications that people all around the world use for different reasons, different ways to organize your projects, stay in touch with other people who are working in your same company, those types of things. So that's kind of the background. And what I thought we would do is read a little bit of this excerpt. So let me just say hi to some people who have been joining while I've been talking. But I didn't have any on two. Let's see, did I? I can't remember.
But yesterday I go gym when you have class.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome. And did you have a good New Year's Eve, Graciela?
Yes, very good. I go church.
You went? Oh.
Yes. A long time my New Year I go to church for pray for God bless my ears.
So you go to church to pray and to welcome the new year and to have to good things happen to you for in the new year, we can say.
Yes, very good.
Okay. Nice. And Chow.
Yes,
What happens in China when it's the new year? When it's New Year's Day here? Do you guys celebrate?
Sort of, but we have.
Sort of.
Yeah, we have New Year and Chinese New Year.
Right. Yeah, and that's like usually what, February or something?
Yeah, February. It depends. It varies every.
Right.
The lunar calendar or something.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
In this New Year, we don't celebrate too much, but we'll celebrate sort of. But in
a little
Chinese.
Bit. Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Verbling.com. And my name is Lisa, and I'm one of the English teachers here at Verbling.com. And I'm going to be teaching English this hour and also the next hour. So I'll be here for 2 hours. This will be a reading class for this hour, and then the next class will be a speaking class. So if you are interested in practicing your English right now on Verbling.com, you can join the class by clicking on the Join Class button up above the video that you're watching. If you're on the Verbling.com website, you're watching my video right now because this is the class that is available for this hour. So we have Chow and Graciela. How are you guys doing? Hi, Chow.
Hello. Good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. Good. Hi, Graciela.
Hi, how are you? I miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday I looked
days.
for you for English course with you.
I know. I had a couple of days off. So yesterday I didn't have any classes. I only had one class on January 1st. Doing something a little bit different. I don't usually do this, so I'm always trying to mix it up a little bit. There's the link right there to the excerpt. So an excerpt is a little portion of a book. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to tell you what we're talking about here. There's this book, and I just heard about it, and I have not read it myself, but a lot of people who are in business, entrepreneurs, marketing people, things like that, really like it. I'm imagining people that created Verbling.com, maybe some of these guys, Michael and Gustav and stuff. I'm sure they have probably read this book. It's very popular with business people, young people trying to do startups and things like that. It's been a New York Times bestseller and in the United States and also in the United Kingdom. And here on their website, they allow you to download a PDF, so a document file that lets you read part of the book. And then there's also some videos that have to do with the book, and then there's all of these things that it talks about in the book, like productivity and hiring and damage control, evolution, all these different things which are relevant to people who are in
New Year. Yeah, in Chinese New Year, there was a big ceremony for everyone.
Right, exactly. Yeah, my brother is married to a Chinese woman. She actually was born and raised in San Francisco, but her parents, maybe I've told you this before, they were from China, so they celebrate Chinese New Year. And my nephew, who's 10 now, he just had his birthday. He celebrates Chinese New Year too with them. In San Francisco, it's pretty big. So,
yeah, that's fun.
It's cool. Yeah. And hi, Diana.
Hi. I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Diana, where are you from?
I'm from Canada, but it's our first year here, and we're original from Israel.
Oh,
so
okay. Cool.
It was our first Christmas and first New Year here.
Uh-huh. Were you born and you grew up in Israel, but now you live in Canada? Is that right? Diana? Whoops, I don't hear you, Diana. Maybe something was going on with your microphone. Okay, well, welcome to class, everybody. In this class, we're going to be